Good morning. I'm Father John Stack, Vice President for Student Life, and on behalf of the entire Villanova community, I'm delighted to welcome you to the 170th Commencement exercises at Villanova University. Villanova aspires to be and is recognized as a community of scholars, where in a spirit of collegiality, our members cooperate to achieve common goals in the discovery and transmission of knowledge. The students gathered here for this occasion have risen to the challenges set before them, have mastered a chosen discipline, and have shown themselves to be worthy graduates of Villanova University. In recognition of the achievements of these students, please rise as we welcome the class of 2013 to commencement. The class will be led by Christopher Mariletti, College of Liberal Arts and Sciences class of 2013, and the outgoing Student Government Association president. Consistent with the mission of the university, the faculty create an academically challenging environment. They are recognized nationally for excellence in teaching and for accepting their responsibility for leading our students through the scholarly preparation which culminates with this day. Please remain standing as we welcome the distinguished faculty of Villanova University. They are being led by Dr. Elizabeth Dowdell, Professor of Nursing, College of Nursing, and Dr. Roger Van Allen, Professor of Theology and Religious Studies, College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Dr. Van Allen is carrying the mace, a medieval weapon. It is one of the president's symbols of authority and is only used at formal events where the president of the university is present. Dr. Dowdell is carrying a banner with the university's seal. The seal is highlighted by the words Veritas, Unitas, and Caritas, meaning truth, unity, and love, which represents the traits of an ideal Augustinian community. Villanova benefits from the community of administrators and trustees committed to the university's mission. Their collective efforts, talents, and wisdom contribute to the students' Villanova experience and prepare the university to meet the challenges of the future. Please remain standing as we welcome the administrators, trustees, and honored guests of Villanova University. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2013. Ms. Shamir Holmes, College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, class of 2013, and a graduate intern in the Office of Campus Ministry will deliver the commencement invocation this morning. Please remain standing for both the invocation and the singing of the national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
Heavenly Father, great and mighty God, who is and who was and who is to come, hear us now, O Lord, as we offer you the gift of praise. Let us take a moment to call to remembrance the many blessings, gifts, and miracles bestowed upon our lives both academically and professionally over the years at Villanova University, this beautiful place we now call home. God of Veritas, Unitas, and Caritas, be with us now, this class of 2013. We stand before you, God, with hearts of thanksgiving and minds of adoration for all that you have done, all that you're doing in this moment, and all that you will continue to do in our lives. Today, Lord, we ask for what the ancients referred to as Sophia. We ask for your wisdom, wisdom for the decisions we will make, wisdom to cultivate and live out all that has been entrusted to us from this university, and wisdom to know how to always place love at the center of everything we do. Fill our hearts with ongoing truth, unity, and love. Help us, Lord, to seek the lives of character and integrity, and to love you with all of our heart, all of our soul, and all of our strength. May we never allow the judgments of this oftentimes critical world to cause us to shrink back, abandon our dreams, or stop shining our light. May we continually face our fears, step out of our comfort zones, and boldly hasten to the destiny you have prepared for each of us. May our time and efforts here serve as a stepping stone and Augustinian catalyst for the even greater works that lie ahead. With commitment on our minds, faith in our hearts, and tenacity in our spirits, may we always say yes. Yes to living on purpose. Yes to living a life of excellence, community, and service. Yes to becoming all that you've created us to be. And all God's children said, amen.
It is now my pleasure to introduce the senior students of the Villanova Singers, the Villanova Gospel Choir, the Villanova Voices, and the Villanova Band. Please join them in singing our national anthem. Please be seated. I am now pleased to introduce Father Cale Ellis, Vice President for Academic Affairs, who will extend greetings to our students, their parents, families, and friends.
Good morning. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, our President, Father Donahue, the faculty and staff, I would like to extend a very warm greeting to our graduates and to the parents, friends, and families of the 170th commencement exercise of Villanova University. I also wish to extend a special welcome to our honorary degree recipients, whose achievements we celebrate today. To the parents and spouses of our graduates, thank you for the sacrifices and support you have given to make this day possible. We call the ceremonies that mark the celebrations of this weekend commencement. As the word implies, it is not a celebration of the traditional 4 years to complete an undergraduate degree, or of the years to achieve a degree in part-time studies, or a master's or a doctorate degree. Rather, it is a beginning, a looking to the future, even though that might be tinged with a certain amount of apprehension associated with what is in store for us. This day is also a time for giving thanks. There is one very special group to whom a great deal of gratitude is owed. I ask that all the parents and spouses and special guests of the graduates please rise to receive the recognition and appreciation you deserve and for the love and support you have given to make this day possible. Commencement is a special, crucial moment in your lives, lives that are full of promise, and we hope lives that are armed with the values you have received from your parents and schools, values that you learned from the liberal arts tradition, values that enable you to challenge the assumption of a culture that emphasizes what shall we have rather than how shall we live. This will always be a challenge, but for those who are able to engage them, its reward is personal integrity and their transformation into a healing presence that can liberate the hopeless by working for justice and peace. If there is any one gift that you can give back because of your Villanova education, it is that. This is the commencement we celebrate today. Congratulations, and God bless you.
It is now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Julie Ubarako, College of Nursing, class of 2013, as this year's student speaker.
Welcome, Father Peter Donahue, university trustees, administrators, deans, honored guests, members of the faculty and staff, family, friends, and of course, my fellow graduates. Today I stand not before you, but among you, shoulder to shoulder in an atmosphere of excitement, anticipation, accomplishments, and hope. It is this eagerness that illuminates each one of us. It is this moment that unites us, unites our hearts that are together on fire to not only pursue the world, but serve the world. These restless hearts have been the foundation of our Augustinian education at Villanova University, a groundwork that we will continue to build upon. Now, I must admit, there is one opportunity I missed at Villanova that continues to make my heart restless. For a long time, I had the desire to learn sign language. Something intrigued me about a language that was just as powerful as words. But soon, 4 years had passed, and I, like many, did not have the opportunity to achieve everything I set out to as that eager freshman. So recently, I took on the challenge of teaching myself. Although my first few attempts ended quickly with frustration and a slammed book, I was determined to learn. I wanted to be able to tell a story with my hands. Little did I know these moments of frustration would soon lead to moments of reflection. For the more and more I look back on our years at Villanova together, it is our hands that describe and unravel the many moments we've experienced on this campus. I ask all of you for a moment to look down at your hands. These are the hands that opened our letters of acceptance 4 years ago. These are the hands that carried boxes and Bed Bath & Beyond bags that first day of move-in freshman year. These are the hands that embraced our roommate for the first time. Maybe our hands are soft and gentle. That means they wiped our parents' tears as they left their child at Villanova that first time. Maybe our hands are worn and calloused. That means they carried hammers on Habitat for Humanity trips and hugged strangers we didn't yet know but already loved on international mission trips. Maybe our hands are red and firm. That means they confidently cheered at Villanova basketball games in the shape of a V. Maybe our hands are polished and trimmed. That means they shook the hands of faculty after a presentation, welcomed a prospective student on a tour, or formed the shape of our Greek letters. Maybe our hands were once interlocked with another hand. That means we once took part in prayer or supported another Villanovan during a personal, difficult moment. These are the hands of nursing students who held stethoscopes and listened to heartbeats. These are the hands of engineering students who built models and wrote plans. These are the hands of business students who analyzed data and marketed products. These are the hands of liberal arts and science students who designed projects and conducted research studies. As I said initially, I never had the opportunity to take a sign language class these past 4 years, but perhaps I did not really need to. Maybe I had already learned to some degree. Maybe we all have instinctively mastered a version of sign language unique to our Villanova. It is the unspoken language of companionship, faith, and dedication we all have become fluent in these past 4 years at our university. 4 years ago, we stared at each other as strangers, but shared something together as Villanovans. We shared a drive and determination to embark on this journey, to embark on this yellow brick road together. As new graduates on the verge of change who recently had to give in and accept that we must leave this beloved campus, I ask you for a moment to allow yourselves to recall an image from childhood. I ask you to recall the Wizard of Oz. While it is a stretch to connect the Tin Man to St. Augustine, it is these two men who searched for their heart. Classmates, to continue to fully live out the Villanova Wildcats we are and have become, we need heart. We need to have passion for what we're working for, what we are fighting for. But we also need enough heart to continue to pursue our faith, our ambitions, our aspirations, and our interests. Just as the Tin Man wanted a heart, the Scarecrow desired a brain, and the Lion longed for courage. Moving forward from Villanova, it is crucial to remember the education and knowledge we've received has prepared us to confidently take on any challenge. We need all of these gifts, just like the Wizard of Oz, to be the person we have become tomorrow and every day of our lives moving forward beyond our beloved Villanova. This morning we processed in, taking our final walk together as students of Villanova University. As we recess out, we carried the Augustinian mission of Veritas, Unitas, Caritas in our hearts, as well as the symbol of the cross in our minds. As graduates of Villanova University, let us continue to carry this Augustinian mission of truth, unity, and love with us wherever we go, and support each other as we take up our crosses and prepare to pursue life's challenges, successes, hardships, and celebrations. It is my hope for each one of us that our restless hearts find peace as we pursue our vocations, that our hands continue to bear the calluses from our challenges, the smoothness from our successes, and our sweat from our sacrifices in serving the world. Congratulations to the class of 2013. It has been a true privilege sharing with you this journey on our Yellow Brick Road.
Thank you, Julie. It is now my pleasure to introduce Father Peter M. Donahue, President of Villanova University, who, along with Father Ellis, and members of the university community, will confer degrees on our honorary guests.
It is my privilege to introduce Dr. Suzanne Toten, Associate Professor of Theology and Religious Studies, who will present Mr. John L. Carr for the degree of Doctor of Social Science.
John L. Carr is known both inside the U.S. Catholic Church and on Capitol Hill for his tireless efforts to engage the complicated interaction between faith and politics with exceptional intelligence, wisdom, and balance. He has a deep and abiding commitment to the social teaching of the Church and has always been willing to challenge both conservatives and liberals on a full range of issues, from the rights of the unborn to the rights of the undocumented to the rights of the unemployed. As Executive Director of the Department of Justice, Peace, and Human Development at the U.S. Catholic Conference of Bishops, John was known as a big thinker and as a visionary leader with exceptional pastoral and political instincts for knowing when and how to pursue a particular strategy on social justice. He firmly believed that the bishop's voice from their experience and teaching is needed in the public arena. In a letter to his colleagues on retiring from his position from the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops in August 2012, John said that he wanted not to end his service of the Church, but to serve it in new ways, to focus his energies for the rest of his working life, to educate and encourage Catholic lay men and women, to take up their unique task of bringing Catholic social and moral teaching to community and political life, and to move us beyond the polarized politics and false choices that ask us to choose between the defense of the unborn and the protection of the poor, between Catholic moral principles and the Church's social teaching, between the promotion of economic justice and the protection of religious liberty. As the director of the newly created Initiative on Catholic Social Thought and Public Life at Georgetown University, John will have the opportunity to pursue this vision and to bring it closer to reality. Father President, for his years of dedicated service to the Church and its mission, for his contribution toward building the capacity of Catholics, the Catholic community, to defend the sacredness of life and human dignity, to advocate for the poor and the vulnerable, and to pursue justice and peace, and for his tireless efforts to advance a faithful and positive vision of Catholic participation in the public square, I'm honored to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Social Science, honoris causa, John L. Carr.
In the name of the Board of Trustees and the faculty of Villanova University, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Social Science, honoris causa.
I am pleased to introduce Father David Cregan, Chair of the Theater Department and Associate Professor of Theater, who will present Mr. Ronald M. Delaney for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
During the 3 minutes and 41.2 seconds that it took Ronnie Delaney to win a gold medal in the Olympics in Melbourne, Australia, and set a new Olympic record, two parts of the world were united in anticipation and celebration: the nation of Ireland and the community of Villanova. For Ronnie Delaney was the pride of his country and the pride of our university. While his talent was born in Ireland, it was challenged and grown on these very fields. It was under the influence of the legendary Villanova coach Jumbo Elliott that Ronnie won countless championships, and under his insistence that Ronnie began to train for the distance that would bring him the admiration of the whole world. When Ronnie broke the tape in Melbourne to win the gold medal for Ireland, he demonstrated the kind of champion that he is. Having realized that he had won, he dropped to his knees, he genuflected, he blessed himself, making the sign of the cross, thanking God. At a moment of personal triumph, he humbly acknowledged the grace of God that had blessed him and brought him to this triumphant day. Ronnie has poured this grace into a life blessed with personal and professional achievements and great success. Among his many charitable endeavors, Ronnie serves as a patron for Goal, an international humanitarian agency dedicated to alleviating the suffering of the poorest of the poor. He is a founding member of Geisha, the President's Award with a mission to contribute to the development of all young people through the achievement of personal challenges. And he is a patron for sport with Deborah Ireland, a charity established to provide support services and cures for those living with genetic skin conditions, just to name a few. The move that Ronnie Delaney made in the Melbourne Olympics was a personal triumph that he turned into a lifetime of success and generosity. His personal gifts as a champion on the track led him into service to others, and his faith compelled him to use that success to change the world. Ronnie Delaney is a shining example of the excellence and service that is the hallmark of a Villanova education and of our alumni who carry it forth into the world. Father President, for the distinction he brought to his country, Ireland, and to our university, Villanova, and for his witness to our Catholic faith, it is with great honor that I present to you for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, Ronald M. Delaney.
In the name of the Board of Trustees and the faculty of Villanova University, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce Dr. James Traynor, Associate Vice President and Executive Director of the Office of Planning and Institutional Research, who will present Mrs. Elizabeth and Mr. J. Scott for the degree of Doctor of Humanities.
Today, we honor Elizabeth, Liz, and Jay Scott, co-executive directors of Alex's Lemonade Stand Foundation. The Scotts are the proud parents of sons Patrick, Eddie, and Joey, and a daughter, Alexandra, known to the world as Alex, the founder of Alex's Lemonade Stand. While being treated for cancer at age 4, Alex announced that she would hold a lemonade stand to raise money to find better treatments and perhaps a cure for childhood cancers. True to her word, Alex held her first lemonade stand in 2000 in front of the Scotts' home in Connecticut and raised over $2,000. Subsequently, when the Scotts moved to this area to be closer to Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, where Alex could receive perhaps the best treatment in the world, Alex brought her lemonade stand with her. Her stand became an annual event. It outgrew her front yard and developed into an international phenomenon. Before succumbing to cancer at the tender age of 8, Alex had helped increase awareness of pediatric cancers and had raised more than $1 million to fund research and support families of children with cancer. Honoring Alex's legacy, the Scotts grew and expanded the foundation, which has since raised more than $60 million and funded 275 research projects. Alex embraced the power of one little girl determined to ignite change, to fight cancer, and to make her world a better place, one glass of lemonade at a time. Whether they realize it or not, the Scotts have always been Villanovans at heart, for they seek truth and knowledge through research, veritas. They engage the entire community in their efforts, unitas. And above all, they root their work not only in love of their own children, but in compassion for children and families they will likely never meet, caritas. Therefore, Father President, it is with a sense of humility and awe that in recognition for their extraordinary philanthropic efforts and embodiment of Villanova's Augustinian ideals of veritas, unitas, and caritas, I present to you for the degrees of Doctor of Humanities honoris causa, Elizabeth F. and J. Scott.
In the name of the Board of Trustees and the faculty of Villanova University, I confer upon you the degree of Humanities honoris causa.
I am pleased to introduce Christopher Mariletti, College of the Liberal Arts and Sciences, class of 2013, and the outgoing Student Government Association president, who will present Senator Patrick J. Toomey for the degree of Doctor of Letters.
Faith, family, and standing up for what you believe in are values that Senator Patrick J. Toomey has held throughout his life. Growing up as one of 6 children in a working-class home, he learned that hard work, perseverance, faith in God, and a commitment to family are essential ingredients for success and are key to making a difference. These values have guided him during a successful career in the financial services industry, as a business owner, and as an elected official. His diverse experiences have shaped a desire to create jobs, support small businesses, and strengthen the economy. Senator Toomey sees these as more than just goals to achieve. He believes they are the foundation upon which our country can build a strong and successful future for every citizen. As senator, he has acted boldly in support of his principles and has not been afraid to cross party lines. In 2012, Senator Toomey generated support from both parties for the jobs bill, legislation that he authorized to create jobs and cut regulatory burdens for small businesses. More recently, he led a bipartisan effort in the Senate to strengthen criminal background checks for those seeking to purchase guns. While that effort ultimately was not successful, Senator Toomey generated significant conversation on a topic that continues to grip headlines and demand action in communities large and small throughout the country. Senator Toomey is someone who has been guided by his beliefs and principles throughout his life. That values-oriented focus is what Villanova teaches each of us. At the end of the day, it is our integrity, our heart, our faith, our commitment to Veritas, Unitas, and Caritas that will guide us through the challenges that lay ahead. Father President, for his strength of faith and character, commitment to safer communities and a strong economy, and contributions to the Commonwealth and country as a citizen, small business owner, and elected official, I am honored to present for the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa, Senator Patrick J. Toomey.
In the name of the Board of Trustees and the faculty of Villanova University, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa.
Thank you very much. Thank you for this honor and this invitation. Father President Peter Donahue, the Board of Trustees, administrators and deans, Chris Mariletti, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, family and friends, and graduates. Let me start by saying, Chris, that was a very kind introduction. And it reminds me of one of my favorite introduction stories, which I will share with you. It may be apocryphal, but it's a good story. Apparently, our former Secretary of State, Dr. Henry Kissinger, was scheduled to give a very important address to a very distinguished crowd on one day. And a suitably distinguished guest was designated with the job of introducing him. The person walked up to the podium and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, a man who needs no introduction, Henry Kissinger." Dr. Kissinger walked up to the podium and said, "Well, it is true, I need no introduction. Still, one would be nice." So, Chris, thank you for that very kind introduction. Let me be among the first to congratulate the members of Villanova University's graduating class of 2013. We, 1 We are all proud of your accomplishments. You've no doubt learned a lot and had a lot of fun at Nova. Don't let today be the end of your learning or the end of your fun. The next chapter of your life will be enriched by both. I understand that members of this graduating class will be pursuing a wide range of endeavors. Some of you are going into the military, and I commend and thank you for your service to our country. Among the varied careers being launched tomorrow morning at about 8, many of you will pursue jobs and opportunity in business, and that search has probably been tough. Despite the fact that you're graduating from a very prestigious university and that you've received a great education, some of you may still be searching for the job opportunity that's a good fit for you. Well, our economy is a mixed bag right now. Certainly not terrible, and there are many great opportunities out there. But it could be and it should be better than it is. The unemployment rate across the country for those under the age of 25 is over 13%. Now, given the severity of the recession we've recently been through and the weakness of the recovery, some have begun to question and doubt the viability and the durability of our distinctive American free enterprise system. Many have suggested that we need to get used to a new normal of low employment, and stagnant standard of living. Some people have even suggested and challenged the morality of the laissez-faire economy that we have and see our current difficulties as an opportunity to move in the direction of a more government-centered economy. Today, I'd like to refute those ideas with 3 main points. First, I want to make the case that a true free enterprise economic system ranks among the greatest of human achievements. No better economic system, materially or morally, has ever been implemented. Second, the causes of the persisting economic weakness we have are not the failings of free enterprise, but rather failed government policies that we can correct. And finally, I want to urge you, don't settle for the weak economy we have today. Don't accept this as the new normal. You have a justifiable confidence that you as individuals and a community can ignite change. Well, you can ignite the change that will restore a vibrant economy that creates the opportunity, the growth, and the prosperity that elevates the human condition. I think the historical and empirical case for the material superiority of free enterprise is now irrefutable. You know, it took nearly 2,000 years from the time of Julius Caesar to that of George Washington for the Western world's living standard to double once. And those 2 leaders rode into battle on the same form of transportation. Then the combination of the American Revolution, the Industrial Revolution, and the rise of a free enterprise system allowed us to begin to double our standard of living not every 2,000 years, but every 30 or 40 years, as we did throughout the 19th and 20th centuries. With its free market economy, America went from a third world colonial backwater to become the richest nation on earth, despite, or perhaps because, almost every American immigrant came here with nothing. It was this American economic power that won World Wars I, World War II, and the Cold War. And since the free enterprise system began its march through the developing world in the 1980s, according to the World Bank, the global poverty rate was cut in half, from 52 to 26%. And the wealth that comes from economic freedom is not measured only in dollars and cents. With wealth, societies around the world have dramatically improved the quality of their people's lives, lowering infant mortality, extending lifespans, improving health care, expanding access to education, and cleaning up their environments. So the empirical case is very simple. No economic system has lifted more people out of poverty, created more opportunity, and produced a higher standard of living than ours. This is no time to abandon it. But as true and compelling as the economic case for a free enterprise system is, that's not enough. People are and should be interested in what is good as well as what is efficient. Happily for us, a free enterprise system is both. I would suggest 3 basic ways that free enterprise is not only moral, but morally superior to every rival economic system opposed to it. from mercantilism to communism to socialism to any of various hybrid systems. First, free enterprise provides everyone an equal opportunity to define and pursue his or her own success. Free enterprise recognizes that the essence of human happiness is not just getting money, but creating value in your own life and in the lives of others. This concept, which economist Arthur Brooks calls earned success, speaks to the knowledge that your effort, your sacrifices, your investment in yourself ultimately pays off. That's success. And in a free enterprise system, success can be earned by anyone. True free enterprise is a meritocracy. Markets don't ask the color of your skin or who your parents were. If you can build a better mousetrap, people will buy it. And just as important, under free enterprise, success must be earned. It's no coincidence that free enterprise's loudest opponents can often be found among the elite. They're the ones with the most to lose in the dynamism of a real meritocracy. Wherever it goes, free enterprise destroys rigid systems of class, caste, and entitled privilege. The second great moral value of free enterprise is that it encourages us to live lives of service. Because every transaction in a free enterprise system is voluntary, people are rewarded only to the degree that they add value to other people's lives. This was Adam Smith's revolutionary insight in The Wealth of Nations, the invisible hand that harnesses individual self-interest to the service of the common good. In a free enterprise system, whether you're a florist or a banker, whether you work for a restaurant or an airline, the only way to succeed is to help other people. Under a true free market system, nobody can take anything from anybody, not legally. And the process of voluntary exchange depends upon personal trust, so everyone has a strong incentive to be trustworthy. Whether you mean to or not, every rung that you climb on a free enterprise economy ladder, you bring other people up with you. And when you earn your success, you enjoy your rewards, as you should. But everyone else gets to enjoy the value you create and the service you render. I think one of the greatest examples of how free enterprise serves others is the career of Bill Gates. He's one of the richest men in the history of the world, and he's giving virtually all of his fortune away to charity. I commend him for this, and I wish his philanthropy every success. But even if his philanthropic efforts are wildly successful, which I hope they will be, I doubt they'll do as much to improve the human condition as he did revolutionizing the computer industry by making computers easy for everyone to use. Finally, and most importantly, free enterprise protects personal human freedom and serves human dignity. It protects freedom by creating in free enterprise as many industries and enterprises a source of power and opportunity and progress that's unconnected to the state. The voluntary institutions of civil society, including businesses, large and small, national and local charities and associations, organizations right down to the local Boy Scout troop, these serve as an organic preemptive check against the state's tendency to expand its control over our lives. Together, they serve as a natural bulwark against tyranny. So these are the moral values of a free enterprise system: equality of opportunity, service to others, and respect for human dignity. I can almost hear people asking, if our free enterprise system is so effective and so moral, then why are so many people struggling today? Well, that's because we're stifling our economy with misguided policies in Washington. See, our free enterprise system isn't as free as it used to be. I'll give you 3 examples. When the government engages in overspending meant to stimulate the economy, it drains resources from the private sector, and you just can't borrow your way to prosperity. Huge tax increases discourage the work and savings and investment that we desperately need. And an avalanche of new regulations and mandates substitutes politicians' and bureaucrats' judgments for the privately negotiated transactions between free people. Now, despite all that, I've got some good news for you, because despite our policy mistakes in Washington, our economy is incredibly resilient. We've been managing some modest growth, and I am firmly convinced we're poised for a tremendous resurgence as soon as we get our policies right. We have many major structural economic advantages that the rest of the world envies, and that one day soon will enable us to have the kind of recovery we've waited for. We have the best trained, most highly educated, large workforce in the world, and you're now part of it. We have the finest higher education system on the planet, and you've experienced it. We have the world's largest reserves of energies. We lead the world in innovation and entrepreneurship. We continue to be the world's largest manufacturer and largest food processor. We're still the world's largest economy by far. And for all our mistakes, I wouldn't even think about trading places with any other country in the world. There's even occasional good news from Washington. The President has reached out to Senate Republicans, and we're meeting now. We're having occasional dinners and lunches. We're exchanging ideas. And that may not sound like much, but it's new and it's progress. And I like to look for silver linings even in my own defeats. I was disappointed that the bill I wrote with Senator Manchin requiring background checks on commercial gun sales didn't pass. But the process helped me to develop a better working relationship with colleagues on both sides of the aisle, and that will be helpful in the future. So despite a subpar economy and the challenges we face in Washington, when I think about our strengths as a nation, I'm reminded of the wisdom of the great Winston Churchill, who said about all of us, said you can always count on the Americans to get it right, after they've exhausted every other possible option. Well, we've been exhausting the other options for a while now, and I'm confident that with your help, we'll soon start to get it right. You'll help our nation most of all by simply moving forward, pursuing your dreams consistent with your values and your faith, in spite of any obstacles in your way. And you can also help by putting pressure on the political class to get its act together, to start implementing the policies that'll set loose the entrepreneurial genius of the American people. You can ignite the change that'll bring along Congress and the administration to pass the pro-growth agenda that we need. Eventually, Congress always follows the will of the people. You can help speed that process along, and I hope you will. And when you do, you will help ensure that the 21st century is another great American century. Congratulations, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Senator Toomey, for your remarks. Through the generosity of the Christian R. and Mary F. Limbeck Foundation, Villanova University each year honors a faculty member who exemplifies excellence in undergraduate teaching. Nominations for this award are made by faculty members and students, and the subsequent review of nominees' credentials and teaching skills by a faculty committee is rigorous. It is my pleasure to announce that this year's Lindback Award winner is Dr. Mary Kelly, Assistant Professor of Economics. Villanova University annually recognizes exceptional service to the university by a faculty member with the Lawrence C. Gallen OSA Faculty Service Award, named after the late beloved former Vice President for Academic Affairs. Nominations from faculty members are reviewed by a faculty committee, which recommends finalists to the President. This year's winner of the Gallen Service Award is Dr. Daniel Regan, Professor of Philosophy. Each year, the university celebrates the scholarship of its faculty by awarding the Outstanding Faculty Research Award. Nominations are made by faculty members and reviewed carefully by a faculty committee. Joining the list of distinguished winners of this award this year is Dr. C. Nataraj, the Mr. and Mrs. Robert F. Moritz Senior Endowed Chair in Electrical Systems and Chair of the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Villanova University each year awards to an adjunct faculty member the Pohlhaus Stracciolini Adjunct Faculty Award for Excellence in Teaching. Faculty members and students nominate, and a faculty committee reviews the candidates. It is my pleasure to announce that this year's Pohlhaus Stracciolini winner is Miss Kathleen Velez, Adjunct Instructor of English. In addition to these awards, Lieutenant Brian Poltro, Navy Reserve Officer Training Corps Instructor, has received the Junior Faculty Award for Excellence in Teaching, and Dr. Jennifer Kisco, Villanova Center for Liberal Education and Center for Peace and Justice, has been recognized with the Outstanding Faculty Mentor Teaching Award. And finally, Dr. Mark Wilson, Ethics, has received the Faculty Award for Innovative Teaching. Congratulations to all the Faculty Award winners. And now, before degrees are conferred upon the graduates, the President of Villanova University, Father Peter Donahue, would like to offer some brief remarks to the class of 2013.
Being the weather the way it is, and I see everybody putting on more and more ponchos, and people are getting a little damp by both natural water and artificial water. You haven't graduated yet, sit down. I'll make these comments very brief. When you arrived here on campus, I promised your parents and families that we would do our best to make sure that you succeeded. We are very grateful for what you've given to Villanova over these years. We are very grateful for the gift that you have been to our university. As you move forward from here, I know that you have the talents and the tools to go and become anything you want to be. We wish you the best of luck. Remember us. And when you return, Villanova will continue to improve and continue to be a place where students find themselves. On behalf of everyone, the administration, the faculty, the staff, the Augustinian community, I wish all of you good luck.
And now, graduates, your moment is at hand. The President will confer degrees on the class of 2013. The graduates of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences will be presented by Dr. Jean Ann Linney, Dean of the College.
Candidates who are approved for bachelor's degrees in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, please rise and remain standing until the degrees have been conferred. Father President, it is my pleasure to present the following summa cum laude graduates in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences: Christine F. Bosco, Ryan M. Brown, Philip Smith Burnham III, Clara Cecilia Candelor, Laura Grace Cook, Joseph F. Koza, Jessica L. Deffler, Kristen Ainsley DeGloria, Robert F. Duffy, Catherine Annette Donarski, Chelsea Ray Fallon, Nina Rosemary Friel, Caroline Joy Golsky, Alexandra Irene Gunderson, Martin James Hannon, Lauren Kate Krasny, David M. Lawler, Caitlin Marie LeMay, Sarah Grace Leone, Aisha Elizabeth Lewis Crowfoot, Colleen R. Lineweaver, Laura Elizabeth Lovely, Laura Elizabeth Luisi, Kaylee Marie Namiatka, Jamie Marie Noonan, Marissa Karen Pardue, Alexa Inez Pastor, James John Phillips III, Brian Gerard Remondino, Madeline Elizabeth Rotella, Mary C. Salvucci, Catherine Sension, Emily Kate Several, Robert Nikolai Stuver, Eric Joseph Wagner, Justin Troy Walsh, Jordan Nicole Woods, and Philip Andrew Zacco. And it is further my pleasure to present all the candidates from the college who are approved by the faculty of the university and whose names appear on the official list for graduation to receive the following degrees: Associate of Arts, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Arts Honors Program, Bachelor of Science Honors Program, Bachelor of Science, and from the Division of Part-Time and Continuing Studies, the Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies.
By the authority committed to me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you, confer upon you the degree to which you are entitled, admitting to you all the rights and privileges which throughout the world pertain to that degree. In testimony thereof, you will receive the diploma of the university, officially signed and sealed with the seal of the corporation. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. The master's degree and doctoral candidates of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences will be presented by Dr. Adele Lindenmeyer, Dean of Graduate Studies in the college.
Candidates who are approved for the master's degrees in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences will please rise and remain standing until their degrees have been conferred. Candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy degree and their research directors will please come forward. Father President, it is my pleasure to present the candidates from the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences who are approved by the faculty of the university and whose names appear on the official list for graduation to receive the following degrees: Master of Arts, Master of Public Administration, Master of Science in Applied Statistics, Master of Science in Biology, Master of Science in Chemistry, Master of Science in Computer Science, Master of Science in Counseling, Master of Science in Human Resource Development, Master of Science in Psychology, Master of Science in Software Engineering. And I present for Doctor of Philosophy degrees in the discipline of philosophy the candidates who are approved by the faculty of the university and whose names are on the official list for graduation.
By the authority committed to me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree to which you are entitled, admitting you to all the rights and privileges which throughout the world pertain to that degree, in testimony whereof you will receive the diploma of the university, officially signed and sealed with the seal of the corporation. Congratulations.
Father President, I present James Eric Butler, Doctor of Philosophy, and his Research Director, Dr. John Carvalho, Professor of Philosophy. Father President, I present Michael J. Olson, Doctor of Philosophy, and his Research Director, Dr. Julie Klein, Professor of Philosophy, who is unable to be here today, but who is represented by Dr. Walter Brogan, Professor of Philosophy. You did beautifully. Congratulations. Father President, I present Rebecca Steiner Goldner, Doctor of Philosophy, and her Research Director, Dr. Walter Brogan, Professor of Philosophy. Congratulations. Father President, I present Jake R. Wortman, Doctor of Philosophy, and his Research Director, Dr. Walter Brogan, Professor of Philosophy.
The graduates of the College of Engineering will be presented by Dr. Gary Gabriel Drozdek, endowed Dean of the College.
Candidates who are approved for the bachelor's and master's degrees in the College of Engineering, please rise and remain standing until the degrees have been conferred. Candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy degree and their research directors, please come forward. Father President, it is my pleasure to present the following summa cum laude graduates in the College of Engineering. Thomas Richard Bellotti, Ian Patrick Dardani, Joseph K. Denny, Nicholas G. DeLeo, Nicole Ashley Giambrone, William P. Greco, Brandon David Orr, Luke Thomas Ottaway, Noel Rose Polch, Jelena Rennick, Stephen Anton Shurar, Kevin James Blaine, and Alexander Charles Tully. It is further my pleasure to present all the candidates from the college who are approved by the faculty of the university and whose names appear on the official list for graduation to receive the following degrees: Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, Master of Science in Chemical Engineering, Master of Science in Civil Engineering, Master of Science in Computer Engineering, Master of Science in Electrical Engineering, Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering, Master of Science in Sustainable Engineering, Master of Science in Transportation Engineering, and Master of Science in Water Resources and Environmental Engineering. And I present for Doctor of Philosophy degree in the discipline of engineering the candidates who are approved by the faculty of the university and whose names appear on the official list for graduation.
By the authority committed to me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree to which you are entitled, admitting you to all the rights and privileges which throughout the world pertain to that degree. In testimony whereof, you will receive the diploma of the university, officially signed and sealed with the seal of the corporation. I guess you're the engineers. Congratulations.
Father President, I present Frank Faris, Doctor of Philosophy, and his research director, Dr. C. Nadaraj, the Mr. and Mrs. Robert F. Moritz Sr., Endowed Chair in Engineered Systems and Chair of the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Father President, I present Masoud Kadim, Doctor of Philosophy, and his research director, Dr. Aaron Wemoff, Assistant Professor of Mechanical Engineering. Father President, I present Luis Silva, Doctor of Philosophy, and his research director, Dr. Alfonso Ortega, James R. Burley Professor of Energy Technology and Professor of Mechanical Engineering. Father President, I present Christopher Thadruddin, Doctor of Philosophy, and his research director, Dr. Ahmad Hufar, Professor of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Father President, I present Caitlin Vaca, Doctor of Philosophy, and her research director, Dr. Bridget Wadzik, Associate Professor of Civil and Environmental Engineering.
Graduates, please be seated. The graduates of the School of Business will be presented by Dr. Patrick Majidi, the Helen and William O'Toole Dean of the school.
Candidates who are approved for both bachelor's and master's degrees in the School of Business will please rise and remain standing until their degrees have been conferred. Father President, it is my pleasure to present the following summa cum laude graduates in the School of Business: Brennan Logan Brown, Daniel Joseph Campbell, Catherine Anita Casavel, Joseph B. Cosentino, Stephen G. DeMilla, Zoe Lane Grinelli, Elizabeth Mary Hulick, Molly M. Hudish, Lindsay Breen Kemmerich, Marty Alexa Mazzari, okay, Marcella Rosa Mosacato, Matthew Roland McSherry, Caroline Elizabeth Perry, Alyssa Ann Rife, Andrew Joseph Speen, John Spiro Stratus, Xianjin Teo, Monica A. Van Horn. And it is my further pleasure to present all the candidates from the school who are approved by the faculty of the university and whose names appear on the official list for graduation to receive the following degrees: Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Master of Accounting and Professional Consultancy, Master of Business Administration, Master of Science in Church Management, Master of Science in Finance, and Master of Taxation.
By the authority committed to me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree to which you are entitled, admitting you to all the rights and privileges which throughout the world pertain to that degree. In testimony whereof you will receive the diploma of the university, officially signed and sealed with the seal of the corporation. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. The graduates of the College of Nursing will be presented by Dr. Louise Fitzpatrick, Connolly Endowed Chair of the College.
Father President, it is my pleasure to present the following summa cum laude graduates in the College of Nursing: Anita Charles, James Daly, Pamela DiDonato, Tara Mazzio, Jacqueline McAllister, Marie McClure, Eden McKenzie, Naomi Wallace, Kelsey Yasik. And it is further my pleasure to present all the candidates from the college who are approved by the faculty of the university and whose names appear on the official list for graduation to receive the following degrees: Bachelor of Science in Nursing and Master of Science in Nursing, with concentrations in nursing education, healthcare administration, nurse anesthesia, and nurse practitioner preparation in pediatric primary care, adult and gerontology primary care, and family practice. And I present for Doctor of Philosophy degrees in the discipline of nursing the candidates who are approved by the faculty of the university and whose names are on the official list for graduation.
By the authority committed to me I hereby confer upon you the degree to which you are entitled, admitting you to all the rights and privileges which throughout the world pertain to that degree. In testimony whereof you will receive the diploma of the university, officially signed and sealed with the seal of the corporation. Congratulations.
Father President, I present Terry Lynn Ayers, Doctor of Philosophy, and her research director, Dr. Mary Pickett, Associate Professor of Nursing. Congratulations, Mary. Father President, I present Penny Sessler Brandon, Doctor of Philosophy, and her research director, Dr. Nancy Schartz-Hopko, Professor of Nursing. Congratulations, Penny. Father President, I present Anne Elizabeth Franzik, Doctor of Philosophy, and her research director, Dr. Linda Coppell, Professor of Nursing. Congratulations, Anne. Father President, I present Margaret Hattori Uchima, Doctor of Philosophy, and her research director, Linda Coppell. Congratulations, Margaret. Linda. Father President, I present Hillel Hamoud Al-Rabi, Doctor of Philosophy, and his research director, Dr. Suzanne Smeltzer, Professor of Nursing. Mabruk. Thank you. Father President, I present Karen May, Doctor of Philosophy, and her research director, Dr. Suzanne Smeltzer. Congratulations, Karen. Father President, I present Catherine Morse, Doctor of Philosophy, and her research director, Dr. Suzanne Smeltzer. Congratulations. Father President, I present Michelle Damas Smith, Doctor of Philosophy, and her research director, Dr. Suzanne Smeltzer.
All right. Get back in your places. We have about 5 more minutes to go, and then you can party like hell, but get back to your places.
Father Donahue will administer the Pledge of Loyalty to the graduates of the class of 2013. He will be joined by Ms. Katrina Ercole, President of the Villanova University Alumni Association. Graduates, please stand.
In proceeding to the degrees which admit you to the roles of graduates of Villanova University, you are entering these days a worthy company composed of those everywhere who have enjoyed the privileges and who bear the responsibilities of scholarly culture and training. Your years at Villanova have been spent in preparation for such association, and during that period, your alma mater has opened to you her storehouse and has endowed by all means to inspire you with the sacredness of though you have become the heirs of the past and the inheritors of the wealth and wisdom of all those who have toiled before you, we are met to welcome you to the companionship of scholarly men and women. In the name of these, the university charges you to be strong and to quit yourself honorably, and so challenges you to unfaltering loyalty in her motto, Veritas, Unitas, Caritas. Truth, unity, love in all things. It is right and seemly that at this hour you do publicly declare your purpose And I claim from you who become alumni of our university a pledge which will be read by Ms. Katrina Erkel, a member of the class of 1986 and president of the Villanova University Alumni Association.
Members of the graduating class of 2013, please repeat after me. With a solemn sense of my responsibility, I pledge myself to hold my degree as a sacred trust, an emblem of my obligation to serve, to hold it with untarnished honors to myself, in generous loyalty to Villanova University, and with fidelity to my God, my country, and humanity.
And may God direct you in all your decisions and further you with continued help, that in the generous service of your life, begun, continue, and ended in faith, you may glorify the name of God, and finally, by God's mercy, obtain everlasting life.
I'm going to ask everyone to please stand for the benediction. It is my distinct honor to introduce Ms. Catherine Keating, Chair of the Villanova University Board of Trustees, who will offer the benediction. Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
Lord, we gather today in the company of family and friends to honor the Villanova University Class of 2013. Under your guidance, they have learned to lead with their minds and with their hearts. They have made new friends and developed new interests, and their growth can be measured by the depth of their character and the fullness of their spirit. May they always carry these gifts and, in the spirit of St. Thomas of Villanova, continue to find ways to use them to improve the lives of others. Today also marks their first day as Villanova alumni. Help them to understand that while commencement may mean the end of classes, and it does mean the end of classes, it also represents their role as stewards of this great university. Guide them to remain involved in the Villanova community and to be active participants in shaping our institution's future. Bless them and keep them on this and every day. We ask this in the name of Jesus our Lord. Amen.
Graduates, please remain standing. Before we conclude our ceremony this morning, please listen carefully to the following announcements. The stage party and the faculty will use all three main aisles in the field for the recessional. We respectfully ask that students and guests remain at your seats until the recessional has been completed. Diplomas will be distributed at the locations listed on page 75 of the commencement program. Thank you for your attention. Now join us in the singing of the Alma Mater, the words to which can be found on page 14 of the commencement program. The Alma Mater will be led by the senior students of the Villanova Singers, the Villanova Gospel Choir, and the Villanova Voices.
When the blue and purple night
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the 170th commencement exercises of Villanova University. Congratulations to the members of the class of 2013.